The fairy sprinkled pixie dust upon the dandelion. Tinkerbell was born amidst the gathering fairies. The queen lifted Tinkerbell's wings. She stumbled and fluttered into flight. Then came the most crucial moment after a fairy's birth, determining her gift. The fairy arranged objects symbolizing various vocations. Tinkerbell first chose the flower representing the garden fairy, but the blossom instantly withered. Next, she selected the water droplet for the water fairy. The droplet dodged away. Tinkerbell then approached the wind fairy. As soon as she extended her finger, the wind instantly dispersed. She showed no interest in the Tinker fairy's hammer, but the hammer seemed to choose her. Tinkerbell attempted to grasp the handle. The hammer emitted a dazzling light. This radiance signified the fairy possessed extraordinary talent. A Tinker fairy destined for greatness was born, yet her heart sank when she saw her two colleagues. Fortunately, they welcomed her warmly. They showed Tinkerbell around their workplace, brought her to her new home, and had everything prepared for her. Tinkerbell soon made some good friends, but after a conversation with the haughty wind fairy Vidya, her fate was forever changed.
Sweetie, I make forces of nature. You make pots and kettles. I work up in the sky, and you work down in a ditch. Hey, oh, don't get me wrong, Sunshine. Being a tinker is really swell and all, but I wouldn't go around bragging about your talent. It's not like spring depends on you.
A few days later, it was the very day fairies transformed winter into spring. Many fairies were busy preparing. Tinkerbell came to see the queen, wanting to prove she could do something for spring. Her first invention was an acorn cracker, but it failed to work. Next, the flower sprayer was demonstrated, but it accidentally sprayed Minister Spring. The queen informed her, Tinker Fairy cannot go to the human continent. Creating spring is the work of the nature fairies. Hearing this, Tinkerbell still refused to give up. She sought her sister's help to change her profession. The water fairy taught her to gather droplets to make dew, but no matter how Tinkerbell tried, she couldn't manage it. She even drenched the fairies from head to toe. The light fairy taught her to illuminate fireflies with sunlight, but that too ended in failure. The animal fairy taught her to train birds to fly, asking her to help the little ones still in their nests.
Okay. Just smile and establish trust. Hi there! Hey, little fella! You want
Tinkerbell wanted to teach the baby bird to fly, but the little bird was utterly unwilling. It would rather crawl back into its shell than look at her. It even pecked her once. Tinkerbell insisted it must learn to fly, or it would never reach the human world, but the bird wouldn't listen. After a fierce struggle, she still couldn't stop it from crawling back into its shell. Tinkerbell spotted the bird's mother circling overhead. She wanted to call the mother bird for help, but to her horror, it was an eagle. The fairy quickly blew the alarm. The fairies all hid away. An eagle swooped down toward Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell fled for her life. She darted into a hollow tree. Vidya hid inside too. As the tree trunk was about to be smashed open, Vidya shoved Tinkerbell aside and fled in panic. After Tinkerbell tumbled down, she knocked Vidya out of the hollow. The brave fairies drove the eagle away. This incident only deepened Vidya's resentment toward Tinkerbell. That evening, Tinkerbell went to the seaside to clear her mind. She stumbled upon a battered music box. Drawing upon her innate Tinker fairy talents, she swiftly repaired the broken instrument. Her sisters happened to witness the scene. They all marveled at Tinkerbell's skill. They encouraged her to focus on her duties, but Tinkerbell remained unsatisfied. Obsessed with becoming a nature fairy, she even sought Vidya's help. Vidya gave her a rotten idea: to capture speeding thistles. Catching a thistle would be a great achievement, and the queen might then change her profession. Tinkerbell built a fence to trap thistles, then ride the mouse. They found 2 thistles, and drove them toward the fence. Soon they managed to catch them, but Vidya released them immediately. Before long, more and more thistles appeared. They broke through the fence, and raced into Fairy Valley. Wherever the thistles went, chaos ensued, destroying all the fairies' preparations for spring. Tinkerbell earnestly apologized to the queen, who could only announce that spring would not arrive on time this year. Tinkerbell wanted to make amends.
You! How long does it take you to paint a ladybug?
I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, I guess?
Tinkerbell found a ladybug and began spraying color. Then she sprayed on black spots. In just a few seconds, the ladybug was colored. She asked the queen to make more of these spray colors. At that moment, Vidya interrupted Tinkerbell.
Oh, yippee! Tinkerbell's gonna save us with her dopey little doohickeys. Hide the squirrels.
What is your problem, Vidya? Why do you think you're so much better than me?
I am better than you, sweetie. I didn't ruin spring.
At least now I'm trying to help. Have you ever helped anyone besides yourself?
Well, I tried to help you. Maybe I should have told you to capture the hawk instead of the thistles.
Vidya let slip. The queen accused her of acting out of line, and ordered her to retrieve the thistle grass. Tinkerbell earnestly pleaded for everyone's help. The fairies responded enthusiastically. Tinkerbell directed them to seek out discarded human items, and fashion these objects into all manner of machines. A miracle truly unfolded. Under Tinkerbell's guidance and the fairies' collective effort, months of work were compressed into mere days. At last, all preparations were completed.
You did it, Tinkerbell. You saved spring.
We all did.
The fairies all petitioned the queen to let Tinkerbell visit the human world once. Tinkerbell declined their kind offer. Just then, the little mouse arrived carrying the music box she had repaired. Now she could begin her work in the human world. The queen instructed her to return this music box to its owner. At the queen's command, flocks of fairies flew toward the human world. Minister Spring directed everyone to split up and take action. The sun fairies made their entrance first, using sunlight to melt ice and snow. The animal fairies awakened hibernating creatures, while the flower fairies planted seeds in the soil. The water fairies transformed rivers into rain, which fell upon the earth. Seeds instantly grew and blossomed. Spring returned to the land, reviving all living things. The entire world burst with vitality. Tinkerbell had completed her mission, finally realizing her own worth. Every person possesses their own unique value, a treasure that belongs solely to you.